Hello, everybody. I am broadcasting from Zoom, which always has like a crazy long delay. So ask your questions. I will definitely get back to you if I don't answer them during the live. All right, guys. So thank you so much for popping on and saying hi. I'm going to turn on some music because we have just a minute to give everybody a chance to hop on. Hey, Minta. Hey, Josie. Aw, my Mr. Bill babies. They were my original directors. That's the ODs right there. All right, the ODs are on. Minta and Josie, the original directors when we started it all, huh, ladies? We should get shirts that say that. ODs. All right. Hi, Sarah. Hello, you guys. Thanks for popping on and saying hi. Don't forget, you guys, tag your peeps because when they join us live, they go into the drawing. If they watch on replay, that's awesome because they still get the information, but not as awesome as going into a monthly drawing, right? So make sure you've tagged your peeps and let them know that we are live. We are doing some training tonight on party prep, which is why I am broadcasting from Zoom, which gives me a little bit of a delay. So if I don't answer you right away, just know that I will. Hey, Cynthia. Minta, that's funny, huh? The OD, which maybe we don't want OD on our shirts. So that's probably not a good idea. But it still made me laugh. So there you go. All right, guys. If this is your very first time attending a live training, make sure you let us know that in the comments. We always like to send you a little gift for your very first time attending live. My name is Angie Chalemi. I'm the proud business leader of Blooming Sales. And that is the most incredible Tupperware team in the whole US and Canada. Hello. And I'm excited that you guys are here because that means you're digging in and hustling for your business. And that's always a good thing, right? That always serves you well. Thank you, Minta, for tagging your peeps. That always helps us. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in and give some recognition because we just finished the 4th week of March, which means we have 1 week left to go in this month. So that's exciting, you guys. You guys are doing such an awesome job. Definitely a pom-pom shaker situation. You guys are doing so amazing in both sales and recruiting. It's looking like we are going to double our sales over last year and maybe even triple our sales over last year. And then our recruiting is already almost double. So you guys are totally killing it. Woo-hoo. I'm just going to give a shout out to our recruiters for last week. Miss Patty Smith, I don't know if she's on, but she added 3. Oh, I just saw her. Yay, she's partying. She added 3 new team members last week, y'all. Getting it done. She is like this close to going into the director and qualification program. And that is exactly where she should be because she is hustling, moving, and shaking, both on the recruiting side and the sales side. So a huge congratulations, a big pom-pom shake for Patty. You are totally killing it, lady, and I can't wait to see where you take the party next. But I also want to give a shout out to Kathy Benson, Charlene Sanders, Lisa Bruns, Glenda Crawford, and Kathy Filon. Each and every one of those members had a personal recruit last week. So congratulations, guys. Be sure and tune into our newsletter, and I'll do a month-to-date summary for you guys as well. All right, so how do we do in sales? Let's always celebrate. We always celebrate our party pros. So these are people who submitted $500 or more last week during the sales week. So our sales weeks run Thursday through Wednesday. I'm gonna turn this music down just a little bit. We're Tupperware, but that's Tupperware music that's getting a little rowdy. It's getting a little rowdy. All right, so these members of Blooming Sales Company submitted $500 or more last week. So give a shout out to Daphne Friend, who submitted $526, Carol Bennett with $577, Patricia Smith with $586. So again, Patty's recruiting and selling, you guys. Deborah Joy, who had $599, Sheila Fabian with $696, Maria Elena had $729, Cynthia Collins with $904. Wow, you guys. Sandy Spitz with $909, and Lori Jangord, personal sales of $28.58 last week, you guys. I totally did a double take because I thought maybe it was month to date. Oh no, that was all in 1 week. She submitted $2,858 in personal sales. So a huge shout out to Lori Jangord. She's not on our Facebook group, but if you know her and love her, definitely reach out to her, let her know that we are cheering her on, and we're so excited for the huge momentum that she has in her Tupperware business right now. So congratulations to each and every one of you who are on that list. And again, you will see your name in lights on the newsletter as soon as I get that out to you guys. So huge, awesome, congratulations. Big pom-pom shake for each and every one of you. All right, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, because you might be wondering, how are those people doing that? How are they doing it? Well, the first thing I can tell you is they are consistent in their business. It is very hard to have success in Tupperware without some form of consistency. So I always say this business gives to you what you give to it. So you have to get up every day and treat it like a job if you want to get paid as a job, right? Like if you want it to pay you as a job, you got to treat it like a job. And there's going to be times where that may ebb and flow, and you may want to make a lot of money for an upcoming bill or something fun that you want to do. And then there's going to be times where you can just chill. And unlike a normal corporate job, you won't get fired during the chill period, but you are not going to make as much money, right? So what are these people doing? What is setting them apart and getting them consistently in the recognition? First of all, they are holding Tupperware parties. It is very hard to sell almost $3,000 in sales without a Tupperware party, right? Like that would be so much order collecting. So these people are definitely holding Tupperware parties, especially our top sellers are holding Tupperware parties. And that means that they are being consistent in their efforts, and they're being consistent in asking people to hold Tupperware parties. But then once they get that yes, and once they get someone who's interested in holding a Tupperware party, I think a big difference that can take your business from a barely struggling, party plan business into something that's really thriving is the planning that you put into that party. So we do all kinds of things leading up to getting that Tupperware party, right? Like you guys are doing marketing, you're posting on Facebook, you're personally asking people to hold a Tupperware party, and all of those things are great, but they're all for naught if you don't take advantage of the host relationship and set her up for success, because your host is not going to want to hold another party with you if her party sucked, right? So you want her party to go well. She wants her party to go well. And so there's some tips and tricks that I'm going to give to you guys to help you motivate your hosts. And if you're struggling in this department and you have people that aren't necessarily gathering up the sales, they aren't bringing people to their Tupperware parties, even though they said they want to host, take it. I always say rewind and go back to why she said yes to holding a Tupperware party for you. And if the reason was that she wanted to do you a solid, then let her know she's not doing you a solid by taking up time on her date book and not working her party, right? So, or if she wanted to get the host gift special for free and then it's starting to fall apart and she's not inviting people, remind her of how she gets that host gift special for free. So here is, you guys may remember we did our full-blown GNOME host coaching. It's a very detailed host coaching plan. And I believe that that is still super effective if you use it the way that it was intended to be used. But I also know not every host wants to hold a bang up party. Sometimes they just want to keep it light and fun and simple, and you want to be able to serve those members too. So we actually put together a second option for you. So you can use either the GNOME host coaching that we've had around for a while, or you can use this new game that I'm going to show you in just a second. So let me share my screen so you guys can see that. Oh, wait, that's like showing it kind of minimized. Let me look on my phone and see if there's a better way to do it. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit. Okay. So I am going to post this. So don't feel like if you can't see it, don't feel like you've got to freak out. Okay. Because I will post the file so that you can print it off if you're doing this in person, or a digital copy so that you guys can share it. So the concept behind this is we are taking all of the things that we know we need our hostesses to do, like collecting up pre-orders, inviting people, thinking about joining us, joining our award-winning team, all of the things that we want our hostesses to do before the party. We've put that into a fun game. So here's how it works is it's just a simple tic-tac-toe. I know you guys can't read that. Like I said, I will post it for you. But it's a simple tic-tac-toe, and it gives them a task. And many of our hostesses are list oriented or task oriented. And so this is perfect for them because they will probably get a blackout and get everything done on the list. And then you're going to have a killer party. But even if they only take advantage of a couple things on here, it's going to be a better situation than what you have without providing them any sort of resources at all. So I'm going to walk you through each square and kind of give you some background of what you would like to see your host to do. That way, when you're explaining this to her, you can give her some insight, or if she has follow-up questions, you can help her with that. All right, so the way the game works is you're just going to give a little intro, say, I have this really fun game that I use for my hostesses. Totally up to you if you want to do it, but it's going to help you plan out your party. And for the idea is that every square that you complete is going to help your party. And when you have 3 squares in a row, and it doesn't matter if it's across or down or diagonal, you're going to get a gift from me. And when you have all the squares completed, so you have a complete blackout, I'm going to buy you something from your wish list. Again, you guys, totally optional. You don't have to do this, but if they do everything on this worksheet, you're going to want to buy them something from their wish list. And of course, you're going to get it at your cost and that kind of thing. All right, so let me just walk you through it. So the first square says, hi guys, hi Sandy. The first square says, send me your guest list of 40 to 60 people within 24 hours. You guys, you need a list of 40 to 60 people from your host, not because you care who's on it. You really don't care what name she's written down on it. It's just to make sure that she came up with a list of 40 to 60 people to invite to her Tupperware party. Why is 40 to 60 the magic number? Well, you guys, we have found that the average Tupperware sale is $40. So if she has 40 to 60 people, that's going to put her in line to earn a host gift special, right? So typically that's what people are after, earning those host gift specials. So if she has 40 to 60 people invited, that means about 20 to 30 people are actually going to attend. Let's say that all of them place an average size order of $40. That gives her a pretty decent party, right? So 40 to 60 people is the magic number for people that you want your host to invite. Why is there a cap on it? Why don't you want your host to invite everybody under the sun? Well, you guys, actually, the more invites you send out, the less effective they become. People want to feel included and invited, and you want to help your host create a sense of FOMO, which is FOMO, fear of missing out. That's a real thing that we have psychologically. So if we want our guests to feel like they are included, and people that we don't know, like they have to be personally invited by someone else. And if she has more than 60 people she would like to come to her Tupperware party, then she needs to hold more than one Tupperware party, because we really do not want to go over that list of 60, all right? So, and it just gives her some prompts on the square. So it says to be sure and include friends and family, neighbors, someone who's never been to a Tupperware party, and somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. So it's just kind of challenging her to get outside of her comfort zone and think a little bit wider than maybe her initial circle that she was thinking of when she was planning this party, all right? So that's gonna be the first square. The next square is, before you send any invites, predict the first 10 people you think will RSVP on your event. So this is gonna require her to communicate back to you and say, I think Mary, Susie, Sally, whoever is gonna be the first 10 people to RSVP to my event. If she gets it right, give her the square. You guys, if she doesn't get it right, but she turned in the 10 people, give her the square. It's not that big of a deal, right? It's just supposed to be fun and keeping your host engaged. So let her play with that a little bit. If she sends you 10 people, as soon as people start RSVPing and you have 10 RSVPs on there, even if it's not the same 10 people, be like, girl, close enough. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that off your list, all right? Then the next square is to collect $100 in pre-orders from people who are unable to attend the party. So you guys, right now we have Tupper Connect. They can collect those orders on Tupper Connect. Moving forward, when we move into Gen Con at the start of the May sales month, there will be a party link for every single party. It's not something additional that you have to do like there is now. So you leverage that, allow your guests who are unable to attend, which is who we're asking those orders to come from, allow those guests to have access to that party link, and let your host share that link when someone says they are unable to come. Now, there's the key, you guys. You don't want her sharing that link with people who can come. You want to be able to make your presentation and show them the value of the Tupperware, not just send a link, because honestly, you're not Amazon, you're not Walmart, you are there to provide a service. So make sure that she's only sharing that link with people who are unable to come. And when her party sales hit $100 in pre-orders online, or she can collect them up in person, then she's going to get that square. There's the next square that I'm going to talk about. There's actually 2 of them on the board. So in the middle, on the left and on the right, there's the same square. And that square is to set me up on a blind date. Now, we know not everybody's going to be able to make the party, but why not offer them a chance to date a party with me at a time that works better? Connect us, and when they book their party, you'll get this square checked off, right? So all she has to do is, if you guys are doing Facebook parties, all she has to do is start a group message between somebody who's somewhat interested in hosting a Tupperware party. They're unable to come to her party. Start a group message, and when you book that person, boom, she gets that square checked off. Super simple. The middle square, you guys, is to join us on this incredible adventure. So this is somebody who's going to be joining your team. They can join as a member for $15, or they can purchase the business kit for $109, whichever they prefer. But they're going to do that before the party in order to get that square. Now, I will tell you, as they're walking through those squares, if you're making that super easy and fun, they are far more likely to join your team. And for $15, really, every host should be joining your team at this point. Like, it should be a no-brainer, you guys. And because honestly, they pay the $15, and if they never sell a bowl, oh, freaking well, right? Like they can do this one single party and be done and still get the benefits of a consultant. So that's what that middle square is all about. If you're using this to launch somebody, maybe you have a new team member and you're using the tic-tac-toe to get them going, then that middle square would be for them to add their first new team member. So to add a recruit of their own, they get that middle square checked off, all right? So that's the first 2 lines. On the last 2 lines, starting on the left, you guys, it's very simple. They're going to tag 5 friends on one of your pre-party posts on Facebook. So I know you guys are sharing about our company, and you're sharing some information about products, and you're doing engagement posts prior to the party. All she has to do is tag some people and let them know why she tagged them. Super simple. Everybody should get that one. The middle square on the bottom is to join your VIP group. So if you don't have a VIP group set up, you'll want to set one up, you guys. You need to be having an exclusive group where you are serving your customers, letting them know about flash sales, those kind of things, sharing recipes, and really just becoming a resource and a pillar in your community. You can kind of be the go-to girl for all things food related. That's what you want to create in your VIP group. So having her join is going to bring something special to your group. And then last but not least, before the party starts, post a picture of a product or a set that you're hoping to earn during your party, and be sure and tell us why. So if she's working on the host gift special, awesome. If she wants to get modular mates, whatever it is, just have her post a picture of it. And you guys, I actually said in here, I didn't say where to post it. And now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, I didn't say that, but maybe that's a good thing. Like, she could post it on her wall and maybe entice some people to come to her Tupperware party that way, or she can post it in the Tupperware party group, whichever is easier for you guys. But it doesn't say on there, so you can leverage that however you want to leverage it. So you guys, as you can see, really simple things for your host to complete. When she does all 9, she gets something off of her wish list. Super simple, super easy. Every host should be able to complete this. And when she does, it's going to be easy for her to see why she needs to join your team. And then on the bottom, I did include some word choices for how to invite people. I think this is an area that our hosts can sometimes stumble in, because if you don't invite people in the right way, you get a lot of no's, and that can be very discouraging. So I always tell people, if you're not getting the yes that you would like to receive, then you're not asking the right question. Okay, so I think that I'm going to repeat that. If you're not getting the yes that you deserve, then you're not asking the right question, you guys. So when your hosts are doing these invites, are they just saying, hey, I'm having a Tupperware party, is there anything that you need? You guys, sometimes hosts say that. If they are not coached, those are the things that they're saying. Or they're saying something negative, like, you don't want to come to my Tupperware party, do you? Well, shoot, I would have, but now that you said it like that, I don't want to, right? So you want to give your host some words that they can copy and paste just to make sure that you have a little bit of control over that and that you know exactly what's being put out there about your business. So I included some of those words on this tic-tac-toe. The words that work for inviting are, hey, blank. Again, you're going to keep it personal. So, hey, Susie, I'm not sure if you heard, but I'm having a Tupperware party and I would love for you to come. Again, you guys, that first sentence, you're focusing on the person and spending time with the person. You're not saying, bring your checkbook or anything tacky like that, right? Can I send you over the event information so that you can take a peek and see if it works with your schedule? Now, notice the question I asked. I didn't say, can you come to my Tupperware party? I said, can I send you an invite so you can check it out? Everybody's going to say yes to that, you guys. It is going to boost up your host's confidence. She's going to be more excited about her Tupperware party, and it gives her an opportunity to follow up later if those people are not joining the group and RSVPing. All right. So it just gives her a much more stable foundation and somewhere to move forward to as she starts to prep for her party. So you guys, that's it. That's the tic-tac-toe sheet. I hope that's useful to you and something that you can see using in your business. Again, we're not deleting the Gnome Host coaching. If that's working for you and you're loving it, you guys, it covers the same things. We've been asking our hosts to do the same things for decades, right? We want them to collect some orders. We want them to book us some parties. We want them to join our team. Those are the same things we've been asking hosts to do for decades. So that part hasn't changed. It's really just ease of communication and giving you a tool that you can print this out if you want and mark it off. I know I'm a very visual person, so that's how I would probably use it, is I would print it off and put her name on the top and then mark it off as she does things so I can visually see how it's going. It also gives you an opportunity to follow up and say, hey, how's your tic-tac-toe sheet going? Did you get a chance to get those invites out? How did the words work for you? Are people saying yes? Are you getting, some responses that maybe you weren't expecting? And, you can just have a conversation about it. You have somewhere to go. And really, that's the best way to use this tool, is to just put it in your back pocket and use it to as a launching pad for building that relationship. So you guys, that's it. I know I went a little over. Normally I try to stick to 10 or 15 minutes and I'm at 20 minutes, but I think that prepping our hosts is the most important thing that we do for our party plan business. So I wanted to make sure I gave you the time that you needed. I don't see any questions, but if you guys come up with questions later, feel free to let me know, reach out to me. You guys can private message me. You can put them in the Facebook group. Let's get your questions answered. That way we can all thrive using this tic-tac-toe program. So I love you guys. Congratulations to those of you who were in recruiting. Be sure you watch for our weekly newsletter where you can see a recap of all of that. And that will be out by the end of the weekend. Bye, guys.